Hi, this is Ricky. This is my second video today on June 11th, 2020. We are going over gratitude. This is not a common term, this is not a very popular term. But I think when we understand gratitude from a different standpoint, it may change your attitude and how you see it in whatever level of altitude you're running on. So, Google's definition of this is the quality of being thankful to show appreciation and return kindness. Return kindness. That's again something I don't hear every day. However, when we talk about gratitude, it's not just necessarily you going and praying in public saying thank you, Jesus, for this meal, or telling someone thank you when they give you a gift or they do you a favor. This is a mindset of being aware of what you already have. When you know what you have, you're going to appreciate it because the value that went into it. Gratitude is a discipline. It is a perspective, a mindset, a worldview, whatever you want to categorize this term into. And again, we live in a self-absorbed society. And when you look at the term selfie, take out the word self. When you're really selfish, how can you really appreciate the things around you? Because you're so used to getting what you want. But when someone has a mindset that's focused on what I already have, or what can I do, or in another term says, I am grateful, they're going to thrive because their attitude is focused on what they already have. It's going to take their perspective into a whole different course of actions. Like, if I am grateful that I have a job, I'm going to continue going to that job because I know I'm going to get a paycheck. When I am grateful to have a roof over my head, I'm going to appreciate when it rains outside because I'm not getting wet. But when you go to other places like, let's just say Africa, Peru, any third world country that you can think of, for someone to get running water in most of those hard to reach places, they have to travel a very good distance just to bathe, to wash their clothes, and to carry that load on their shoulders. But if you live in America or anywhere else that you have access to running water from just the pull of a handle or the lever, you should have gratitude in that. That's my perspective on it. But don't devalue what you already have value in. Appreciate what you redeem as worthy. And that's something that, again, I think as society goes, we don't take those moments to say thank you, Lord, or thank you, to whatever spiritual enlightenment or mindset that you put your truth into. I just thank God because that's my source of comfort. He is my source of comfort. But if I take time to be thankful in my meals, in my family, in my ability to breathe and talk, and even grateful for making the opportunity to do videos like this, to put time and effort into it, and to see that maybe it's just one or two people impacted or more people to come. But gratitude, again, it just gives me a better focus because it takes my eyes off of what I don't have and what I already have. And so in every video, I always try to put an acronym to bring everything back into perspective. So when we look at the word gratitude, the first letter I picked, obviously, at the beginning of this is G, and it's give. I chose give because you have to give a lot of your time into whatever you appreciate. And so when you have gratitude and you apply the letter G and you give to others, you appreciate what value you put into that. You appreciate what you already have because they reciprocate with joy in response to what you give to them. And then I put the letter R, which is receive. When you're able to receive things freely with hands wide open, you don't realize what you can get every time. Someone praying with you, someone sharing a hug with you, a high five, even with COVID-19. Receiving anything, whether it's gifts, words of affirmation, a conversation, a movie time. Those are all things that you get to receive when you have an open mindset to believe and what you can receive. But regardless, are your hands like this or are your hands like this? When your hands are like this, people can put their hand on top of this and say, I'm locked in because I receive you where you're at. I thank you where you're going. The letter T, let me rephrase that. The letter A, I put align. You have to align your priorities to see what you're really grateful for. When I know I have a job, I'm expected to be there at a certain time. So I'm going to align my schedule to make sure that I show up on time for work. When I align my priorities to make time for others, it's because I value those people. I value my friends and family, that I'm going to do what it takes to make time for them because they're doing that for me. So therefore, my gratitude is grateful for them in those seasons that they make just for me. The letter T, I put time. Just like everything it takes, or anything you do, it requires time. When you're grateful for every time you get to speak to someone, spend time with someone, receive a gift from someone, do something with someone, it's very cherished moments because you're born, you die, and then you're done. But what you do in between those times that you're born to the time your tombstone has a date that is written, those dots are whatever you choose to make it. But if you appreciate every moment along the way, it makes the journey of life a lot better. The next letter, I put inventory. A gratitude journal is a good thing to do. When you write down everything you have, it makes you appreciate because it's right in front of you. It makes you not spend so much time comparing like you can easily do on social media, scrolling through news stories of people getting a brand new car, new job, found that perfect wife or husband. And when you compare, it sometimes can leave you despaired. But when you're able to make inventory of what you already have, therefore the term value becomes more important to you because it's something that's right there in front of you. I have a roof over my head. I have this workout bar over here. I have, clothes on my back. I am very grateful for a lot of things. I just make sure that I take the time today to tell you you can do the same. The next letter, I put trust. To be someone that has a heart of gratitude means you have to be willing to trust people that are willing to give to you. You don't have to justify it. You don't have to necessarily give a reason or account. When someone loves you, you're just simply already going to trust them because the time and effort or even the bloodline is already there. That makes it hard to really say, you know what? I don't know why I wouldn't be able to receive this because I've been with this person from day one. I've spent time getting to know them. They're for me, not against me. What else could I better do than to receive it with compassion because they're passionate enough to believe in me? And that comes with trust, and it's not always easy, but it does take time. And however, wherever you're at, just realize that gratitude is not a normal thing. It takes discipline to do it. The next letter I put is U, and the word I chose on this is unite. When you unite with other people toward a cause, you're grateful because other people are locking arms with you. Good example would be like the church or a nonprofit organization that is reaching people or a group of people to make a difference. We see it right now all over our nation. We're divided racially. So this is the time, instead of, putting up our guard, let's let down the guard and unite with others that share similar beliefs, whether you're religious, whether you're Buddhist, karma, the list goes on, religion. Just find a group of people that fit where you're at and be grateful that they're willing to be where you're at. And if they're not, then obviously readjust, refocus, and relearn some new things. But however you unite with people that you're grateful for, and you'll do a lot greater things for other people. The last two letters, I put D for determine. Determine is whether you choose to accept good or bad, is what I picked. Because when you're grateful for certain things, it's going to obviously determine your level of gratitude. And when you're grateful, I'm going to see the good in everything I can, as to the best I can. Not every time is going to be perfect, but when I'm able to be optimistic, it's going to give me a clear vision of what I already have. So therefore, I have to determine for my own sake and for sometimes others what's best and what's not. And that determination is what's going to set me up for my destination. The last letter is E, E for encourage. Encourage one another. Encourage yourself. Encourage myself when I say stuff like this. Because no one's going to do anything for me that I'm not willing to put the effort for. And so when I have a heart of gratitude to say I'm grateful that I'm able to breathe, have 3 square meals a day, go to work, and have a roof over my head, I'm going to take not for granted what I have, because I'm encouraged by what I do have. And when I have a relationship with Jesus, that's the greatest encouragement I can offer anybody in this world, regardless of wherever you're at. But again, it comes back to a choice: what you choose to believe and what you choose to perceive. And my scriptures for today, guys, is Psalms 9:1 and Psalms 100:4-5. And I'm just going to read it, and we will wrap this up. In Psalms 9, verse 1, it says, I will praise you, O Lord, with all my heart, and I will tell you all your wonders. There's so many things I could be grateful for in my relationship with God, but that would take this video to a whole much longer term, which I'm not going to do that to y'all. This is already getting longer than I wanted, but it's important to talk about. Psalms 100:4-5. I picked King James Version because my Bible's already here. It says, enter his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful to him and bless his name. For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, his truth endures to all generations. So wherever you're at in this current season of COVID-19, generationally speaking, evaluate where your attitude is with your gratitude. See if they're either like this, or even just like this. However that level is, whatever that bar graph looks like, whatever the balance needs to be. Just realize that gratitude is going to allow you to go higher in altitude, because you're going to value where you're at, and you're going to appreciate that much more where you're going. I am grateful for you today. I pray blessings and favor for you, and I believe in you, because I am truly grateful for when you listen to stuff like this. Thank you, guys. See you soon.